Hi everyone, I'm JD. Welcome back to my channel. I have this Peacock journal, the latest one that I've made to share. And so, funny story about the cover. I received some happy mail from one of the lovely ladies, Andrea, in the Junk Journals Down Under group, and she sent along with it this little mission thing where it was two coasters, and you had to, if you wanted to accept the challenge, use them somehow. So when I first got them, I was just like, I have no idea what to do with them. I was completely stumped. It was the first time I'd ever been given a challenge like that. And yeah, I admit my initial thought was, I can't do anything with those. But then I thought, because it was like this really bright red colour on the front with some writing, and it was like, red's not my colour and I'd want to cover that over, but what can you do? Anyway, so what I ended up doing was I got inspired and I turned it over, and it had this lovely just blank kind of cream coloured or white blank side to it, and I covered it with a napkin. So just so simple. And it was this peacock napkin, just to make it really pretty, because I think peacocks are so beautiful. And then from there I just had this black book cover that I got from the op shop, and I stripped it and everything, and I had this cover for a while and wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. And I thought, well, the black would be a perfect background for this peacock image, so just something simple and to make it striking for it to stand out. And from there it kind of just turned into a peacock journal. So I have been hoarding so much peacock things just from junk journal, happy mails coming in, and I was always saving it to make one, maybe for me. But then I thought, no, now that the inspiration has come, let's make this journal. And I had this wide, not washi tape, I don't know what you call it, but it's tape, and it's stunning. I absolutely love it. I've used it all now. I was using it all the time. I love it. I got it in Happy Mail, and it's just beautiful. And I used this on the outside, and then I was given two, and so I used that one on the inside. And that was my initial inspiration, was to use, I wanted something colourful, bright and colourful and fun. Something different to my normal vintage style journals. And originally I was just thinking of doing just coloured pages and nothing else, just coloured pages in this packet full of rainbow colour. And what I was going to do was pinks, blues, greens and yellows to go with this. So then it kind of was like, no, I need to break it up more, because I love that junk journal style with lots of different pages. I love the variety. And so there are coffee dyed papers in there, and some other pattern papers and different things, and you'll kind of see what I mean. Just to give you a look at the side, I had this trim from Sue Freeman. She sent me this beautiful trim, or fibre, or whatever you call it. And it just made it. I ended up putting that in last, but it just gives it that cool pop of colour and the peacock colours. So, oh, I love it. But yeah, I'll do a flip through. And I love this paper. I was hoarding it for so long. Look at it. It is gorgeous. I was given 2 sheets of this style of paper, and I used it for the front page and the very back page. So this 5 signatures, because it's such a wide spine, and I packed the signatures in a little bit. So I think it ended up being 13 pages to a signature, which gives you, 26. If I've done my maths right, I think there's 130 pages in here, which is, 260 front and back. So it's decked out so many pages. You could definitely fill this up with lots of writing, or there is a bit of room to grow. I definitely like to have room to grow. Alright, let's just get into it. I wanted to keep it relatively simple, to keep the, bring out the peacock and make that the star of the show. So I've just got a library card in here. And okay, let's just get into the flip through. Lots of colour. I really wanted it to be colourful. And just lots of tucks and journaling spots, all with that colour theme. And I also interspersed some with bird pictures, just because I do like that variety, again, like with the paper bags, and there's a doily in here, and I just love that. And some notebook paper. I've got quite a few of these that I've included, as well as kind of extra journaling space that flips out. And yeah, just went through my whole entire stash and picked out anything with peacocks in it. There's that trim. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? It is so beautiful. And I've got so much of it. So I'm looking forward to making maybe a mermaid journal with that later on. Oh, and I also used vintage dictionary pages with some bird images too. And I saved the peacock image for the middle signature page. Used some of these lovely napkins to decorate the page. I had quite a few peacock ones, so I was just having so much fun using those. Love this paper. And making them into envelopes with journaling cards. All have journaling cards inside and either a tag or journaling space behind. So there's a lot of tags and journaling spots. I wanted to really use those napkins, like all of them. I didn't want anything left over. So, but I still actually do have some left over. So what I would do, if anyone would like this one, actually it is reserved at the moment, but the person who gets this will also get some spare peacock envelopes that I have. Isn't that gorgeous? I think that's amazing. There's the peacock there. And again, I just made it with some paper, vintage-ish paper. And what was I going to say? Bird. Oh yeah, there's another flip out. And then a gorgeous peacock there. So beautiful. So I've always liked peacocks. Well, who doesn't? I don't know if anyone who doesn't, because they're just so beautiful. Like the colours, when you look at it, how can you not think that's beautiful? They're like rainbows for me. Oh, and here's a beautiful peacock image in the middle. So I always try to pick something striking and beautiful for the middle page of every single signature and save them for that. Oh, I love this one too. Look at this gorgeous blue. That is, that blue. I really love it. Tag here. And other bits and pieces that I have as well. So a little feather there. And I just saw coming up. Wait, look, aren't they beautiful? Their feathers are just absolutely stunning. So die cut that I got in some Happy Mail. My very first Happy Mail, actually, that came from America. Fabric flip. And yeah, full page here. We're using that gorgeous napkin as a bit of decoration. Another peacock flip out here. Yeah, so I've always loved the peacock, and yeah, they just remind me of like rainbows in that I've never met a person who doesn't like rainbows either. They're like rainbows and stars. Isn't it just so pretty? I love it. And it's like shimmery and I adore it. Oh, and here's that middle vintage dictionary page, and there's the peacock, and it just has some info about the peacock, which could sometimes quite interesting to read what they say in these vintage dictionaries. So you could read that if you want. Envelope here, and that folds out, so you can you can do that. Oh, I love the kingfisher. So kingfisher, when I was a kid, it used to be my favourite bird. I think because of the blue. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Bit of a theme here. Any bluebirds, like the blue wren, the kingfisher, even the kookaburra, because it has a bit of blue on the wing. The blue jay. I love it. Just blue. Love this napkin here. So gorgeous. When I got these napkins, I was like, wow, they are so pretty. And yeah, I hoarded them for so long. Peacock sticker. But I'm so glad that I could use them now in this journal, and that I could just use everything in this one journal. So I had so much fun making it. Let me get that in. Tag. Yes, so what do I say? I just always get distracted by the pages. This flips out. Got this in Happy Mail as well. And I use that in some of my botanical journals too, so I'm glad I had some left over for this one. What am I saying? Oh wait, here we go. So here's this centerpiece for this page, and the beautiful peacock. And the feathers always go out here. It's gorgeous. So sweet. Let's let's see if I can get this out. So, oh, I'm not sure if you can see this. So it's like this. Oh, there it is. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, sorry, I'm shaking you now. It's gorgeous. It's like the glass bead or cabochon. Is that how you say it? I don't know. But, oh, it's so sweet. Little details like that, I love it. This one folds out. This feather, isn't it gorgeous? Oh, anyway. So yeah, I didn't really, I don't know. Like I liked peacocks, but now they mean so much more to me. Like I liked them, but now they have such significant meaning for me because when I used to do beach mission, which is like a family holiday camp that a whole bunch of us would run from different churches all across Australia, even, and the world. We would go down to the beach, love this feather charm, and run a family holiday program. And I was working with the teens one year, and we had a couple of boys in our group, first time there, and you know, we're just chatting about God, and they were saying, yeah, they thought they believed in God, but they weren't sure because, well, you can't see God. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. That's an absolute fair point. And then we just got chatting about how, well, where do we see God, and how can we see God, and how can we hear from him, and that kind of thing, and just all different ways of, I tried to explain, you know, how I heard from him, where I see him, amazing. Oh! And just all the different ways. It can be through people just speaking to me. Oh, I love this. Isn't that gorgeous? And it says broken crayon, still colour. And I love that message. Yeah, just different ways that God can speak to you through life situations, circumstances. For me, a lot through nature. And I was just saying, you know, how different people can be different things. I know for some it's music and art and yeah, all different things. And one of the ones I said was, I was going on about nature and all of that, and for some reason, I don't know why, but I picked out the peacock, and I just went on, and I was rambling about how much I saw God in the peacock, and like it wasn't even something that occurred to me before, but in that moment I was just like, yeah, the peacock is amazing. Just think of the colours and look at its tail and its feathers, and like... It really just hit me in that moment how amazing the peacock is, and just how beautiful, and how I see God in it. And then, yeah, so after that, so let me just share. I love this. This is like, surprise, my favourite part of the whole book is this peacock feather in the back. Like, it's not real or anything, but I just love it. Isn't that gorgeous? And, well, let me stick that in properly. I was trying to really dig that in there. Like, but I will fix that up and see if I can sit that nicely there. That is so beautiful. And then, yeah, this large peacock pocket, but you can take that out and stick it in somewhere. I was going to do that, like tape it in somewhere, but I thought maybe you would want to maybe make a hat with it, or put it in your own craft projects, keep it there, or I don't know what you want to do with that. Anyway, so, well, now I've finished the flip through, but there it is. Let me continue this story. Let me just quickly finish it. Yeah, so I was going on and on about this peacock, and then when there was this activity where I had a whole bunch of different pictures of nature and that I'd printed out, and I just said, you know, these are some of the ways or some of the places where I see God and where people can see God. And I invited the teens to choose one of the pictures that spoke to them, where they might also see something in there that shows them the glory and beauty of God. And quick as a flash, one of those boys, like, he just, as soon as I stopped talking and said, okay, choose one, you can choose one, he just went and picked one up, and it was the peacock one. And I'm just like, whoa, okay, what's going on here? And I asked him, you know, wow, you got that so quick, why did you choose that one? And his brother said, he was just kind of chuckling to himself, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And his brother said, that's his favourite animal. And I was just blown away by that, because I was like, oh, sorry about that. I was randomly just going on and on about this peacock. And I was like, I said to him, you know, I can just see God. That's him speaking to you right there, right now. And the boy, he just looked at me and said, I know. And the amazement in his eyes was just like, wow. And I was amazed, and everyone was amazed, and I was just like, whoa. I love how, yeah, God speaks to people. So yeah, this is my peacock story. Ever since that moment, that happened quite a few years ago, ever since that moment, the peacock has just such significant meaning for me. So this journal, aside from being beautiful and fun, it packed full of lots of meaning in it for me. So yeah, I hope you liked it. And I have another journal to share that I was supposed to share before this one and before the Pride and Prejudice one got delayed, but I will be back very, very soon, and I will share that one called Blue Delight that I already kind of gave you a preview of. So that is coming, just to let you know. Awesome. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be back soon.